Happy Tuesday, a 4-0 sweep, 27-10 run. Let's talk some more baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven. You already see that smile on my face, a 4-0 sweep, baby. Gotta love it. It's been a fun run lately, that's for sure. Last few weeks, 27-10, just scorching hot. But we got to stick to the grind because it can be humbling and they can make us feel stupid in one day. That's what sports betting is all about. But anyways, I'm loving it. So today is Dinger Tuesday. That means we have a chance for another winner. So leave a comment with the three things: your player that you picked to hit a home run, the odds that they have, and the sports book you found it. So here's the deal: if we have a tie in the same odds, it will be the longest home run hit. If we have a tie with the same player, even if you guys put different odds, we're not going to count that against someone. But if it is the same player, we'll have a Wednesday showdown. But winner gets $20. This will be the fifth annual, we'll call it that, but the fifth time we've done it this year. I'm excited. It's always a lot of fun to see all those comments below and see who takes home the crown this week. So quick reminder, sorry, I sound stuffed up. I got a headache, still dealing with a sickness, but NBA Best Bets video is out now, and we are on a nice 9-1 run over there. So go check that video out. But we got a full 15 game slate to get into, so lots of baseball. And of course, with this video, we start with the baseball fun fact. So here we go. Tony Gwynn struck out only 434 times in his 20-year career. It might be a fun fact you guys already know, but just to put that in comparison, Mr. Aaron Judge, he struck out 208 times in the year he won Rookie of the Year. The best rookie in baseball struck out 208 times. Tony Gwynn, 434 times in 20 years. There are so many stats out on Tony Gwynn. He is unbelievable. I mean, there's maybe nobody else that can hit it from foul pole to foul pole. He's pretty awesome to watch. But anyways, that was the Tony Gwynn fun fact today. So in this video, we're going to recap yesterday, and then we're going to talk the good hitter matchups, the good pitcher strikeout matchups, the pitcher report, and then wrap it all up with our best bets and the bets recap. We're not going to have a ton of bets yet. We're only going to have a couple in this video. Not a ton of player props have been out, and it's almost close to midnight. I got to get some sleep, but of course, we'll always add more plays. So anyways, hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below. Help this algorithm and this channel grow. We are getting closer to 24,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can hit it by the end of the week. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button. This Jabo community is absolutely awesome, and they all help each other out. Really positive. We have a lot of fun day in and day out. And of course, that Discord link is below too. Discord is completely free. About 3,000 people in it. It's a lot of fun day in and day out as well. So that's what we got. Let's get the video started, and that means the recap. All right, there it is, the four beautiful green check marks, and we start with Mr. Tyler Anderson over 1.5 walks and the Giants team total under 4.5. It was pretty sweat-free, although I was watching Tyler Anderson, and the umpire was giving him like a foot off the outside corner. I was thought, oh my gosh, he's not going to walk anybody. Still does. He walks 2, I think, by the 3rd inning. And then Giants team total, I think they scored 1, maybe 2. That was a no-sweat win. So that was the added play. Jack Flaherty over 17.5 outs recorded. He had 79 pitches going into that 6th inning. He was looking just fine, and then it got a little sweaty, but he got the job done. He threw over 100 pitches because that's what Jack Flaherty does. He just crushed it. Cole Reagan's over 6.5 Ks. I said I think he gets 8+. He got 8 on the dot. He's just filthy, guys. If you have not seen him play, I watched him pitch today, and my goodness, just throwing 98-mile-an-hour gas by people. Then they're ready to swing at it, and he's dropping a changeup on them. He's just filthy. That's just me talking. But anyways, he's filthy. Dodgers -1.5. It started out ugly. Walker Ferris Bueller struggled at the beginning, but it didn't matter because the Dodgers kept hitting home runs. They won 6-3. Nice 1.5 run line cover there. So 27-10 run. It's not quite the 30-4 historic run we had in the NBA early this season, but we will take it. Let's see if we can keep rolling on it. So overall record now, up almost 6 units. We will gladly take that after being down about 7 or 8 units not too long ago. So digging out of that hole, and let's keep that good times rolling. So that's the bets recap. Now let's talk the good hitter matchups. All right, we got 14 good hitter matchups for you today, and the only one with over 19 at-bats is Mr. Whit Merrifield of the Phillies, 17 for 48 with 7 extra base hits versus Jose Barrios. We got some Mets players, again, on the left side, Lindor, McNeil. They have hit Miles Mikolas pretty dang well, 8 for 16 and 5 for 14. Other than that, nobody has a ton of home runs off anybody today. The most is 1 home run for multiple people, but Other than that, Joey Meneses of the Nationals, 4 for 6. I know those are small sample size there on the right, but 4 for 6 isn't bad. And then Devers, 5 for 11, 2 extra base hits and a home run versus Reynaldo Lopez. So those are all the guys for today. Take a screenshot, go get some winners, and now let's talk some arms. All right, we got 4 good pitcher strikeout matchups for you today. That's right, 4 of them. We start with Zach Gallen against the Reds. We know the Reds swinging at innings. Second highest K percentage versus righties this year at 28.5%. Gallen, 35 Ks in 32 innings. He has 6+ Ks in 4 of his last 5 starts. And then we got the lefty Sandoval versus the Pirates. Pirates' 5th highest K percentage versus lefties, almost 26%. Sandoval having a good season there. In his only other 3 starts versus the top 10 K rate teams, as you see right there, he had 10 Ks versus the Phillies, and then 6 and 3 Ks in his 2 starts against the Rays. So, anyways, I never thought I'd be putting Sandoval on a good pitcher strikeout matchup, but you know what? Here we are. So let's go to the next page now, and here we are. Reynaldo Lopez, he has been a stud going up against the Red Sox. If you do not know, the Red Sox have the 5th highest K percentage versus righties this year at almost 25%. Lopez striking out almost about right around 1 an inning, 31 Ks in 30 innings. He has exactly 6 or 7 Ks in 4 straight starts, and one of those was against the Astros, like the lowest strikeout team in the majors, and he had 7. That was impressive. Jose Butto versus the Cardinals. Butto's been good ever since he started taking over in the Mets rotation. I heard some stat that he allowed like the lowest batting average to his hitters since he took over in September last year in the major leagues or something. It was crazy, but he does not allow a lot of hits. St. Louis, 7th highest K percentage versus righties this year at almost 25%. Butto has 31 Ks in 28 innings so far. He has 4 Ks in 2 starts in the 2 starts ago versus the Cardinals. So the weird thing about this one is, yes, he's faced the Cardinals before, and the Cardinals were actually his lowest strikeout game of the season. But other than that, he's had 6 or more strikeouts in every start. So take that for what it is. Maybe the Cardinals know his number. But either way, still wanted to include this matchup for you with Butto versus the Cardinals. So those are the 4 best pitcher strikeout matchups for May 7th. And now let's take a look at the pitcher report. All right, here are the first 8 matchups for you today. Decent pitching matchup in Cincy. We got Zach Gallen versus Frankie Montas. We know all about Gallen, 26.3% K rate, 6.8% walk rate. Montas has struggled with some walks lately. Other than that, we don't have any great matchups on this one, except Sanchez versus Barrios, pretty good. The weird thing about, not weird thing, the interesting thing about Jose Barrios, I'm going to say his name different every time, I think, but 1.44 ERA, but a 4.65 expected ERA. We do expect regression from him. Now, we've said that before. Is it going to be this start? I wouldn't be surprised because the Phillies have one heck of a lineup right now. 18.3% K rate, so he's not missing a lot of bats. I expect him, especially away from Toronto, to maybe have some of that regression. And then Corbin Burns there for the Baltimore Orioles, 25.8% K rate going up against the Nats. Soroka, we know, doesn't miss any bats. I mean, I think I miss more bats than him. It's just been pathetic for him. And then Verlander versus Gill, we got a great matchup in that one. I mean, I think it's Gill. I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyways, he has a 2.69 expected ERA with a huge 30.8% K rate. Was not on the good pitcher strikeout matchups because, of course, the Houston Astros do not strike out much. But that's page 1. If you're new to the channel, we have all the averages on the bottom, so you have something to compare to. This can maybe help you with the walks if you like to bet walks, strikeouts, hits, whatever it is, or maybe just game bets, first 5 innings, whatever it is you want to do. We just like to have something that you can maybe start your day with and just kind of look at all the matchups and go from there. So that is page 1. Let's go to page 2 now. And we got Mr. Cutter Crawford versus Reynaldo Lopez, 2 guys that know how to miss some bats. As you can see, Lopez with that 27% K rate. And they both have low, right around 1.5 ERAs. How about that? And then Imanaga, the Rookie of the Year leader by far. I mean, my goodness, guys, for the Cubs, 0.78 ERA. He's supposed to actually take time to transition to the major leagues, and he's just not doing it. He's just flat out dominating. 1.77 expected ERA, 26.5% K rate. It has been impressive. And oh, by the way, how about a low 3% walk rate? Just unbelievable. Other than that, Emerson Hancock for the Mariners is not one of our better pitchers right now, but he's young. And then Seth Lugo, he's another guy like Jose Barrios. I mean, he's due for some negative regression because he doesn't miss a lot of bats. He's not going to get weak contact and all that forever. He has a 1.6 ERA. He's not a 1.6 guy, but he has a 4.62 expected ERA. Will that happen against the Milwaukee Brewers? We will see. And then Jose Butto, I talked to you guys about him a little bit and how good he has been in not allowing hits. I don't think he's allowed more than 4 hits in any start this year. And then he's going up against Miles Mikolas. My goodness, his first name is how far the balls go when he throws. It's 6.17 expected ERA. And then the lefty Kyle Harrison, we've won some props on him, whether it's outs recorded or strikeouts. He's been a decent lefty. Good, nice low walk rate there and a 3.5 expected ERA. And then finally at the bottom, Edward Cabrera. If you don't know him, he is electric. He has a 35.3% K rate, but he can also walk everybody. So you never know what you're going to get. He is due for some positive regression, as you can see by that high ERA and 3.72 expected ERA. And then, of course, the guy they signed to millions, Yamamoto, who has been much better since the beginning of the year, taking on the Marlins with a 30% K rate. So that's page 2 of the pitcher report. Hopefully this helps you get some winners. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, this segment of the show is brought to you by our sponsor, Better Bet. That's BTR Bet, the best place to find, track, analyze, and share your bets. Click that link below in the description and check it out. This first game takes us out to Yankee Stadium where they host the Houston Astros. Yankees moneyline minus 122, Astros on the moneyline plus 102 with a total of 8 runs. Grab some friends, get some drinks, whatever it is you got to do. We are heading down to Nerfy Town, baby. That's right. Give me the Nerfy in this game at minus 106 on FanDuel. Luis Gil, I don't know how you want to pronounce it, but the rookie has been good. He's facing Justin Verlander. So let's talk about Mr. Gil. When he isn't walking hitters, he's been really solid this year. He has some nasty stuff if you have not seen him pitch. But you only care about the first innings. He's 6-0 on Nerfies this year. You saw the numbers on the pitcher report, a low ERA, just over 3. He's facing a good Astros top of the lineup, obviously, but I think he can handle them and get 3 outs in the first inning. They've been a little more inconsistent this year than usual, and I think he can do it for the 7th time this season. Astros also have gone scoreless in the first inning now in 6 straight games. The last time they scored a first inning run was in Colorado, which I think everybody does. And then the second one, Justin Verlander. He just turned 73. He still seems to be solid. I don't know what he is doing. Taking that Tom Brady medicine, whatever it is, but he might pitch till he's 100. He is 3-0 on Nerfies this year. 9-0 combined in these 2 pitchers on Nerfies. Doesn't mean it's going to obviously continue forever, but they've been good. Verlander's given up only 4 earned runs in 17.1 innings this season. He usually starts out pretty well in games. I think he can get 3 quick outs versus an inconsistent Yankees lineup, especially Aaron Judge, who's been off and on. We obviously just got to avoid that big deep ball by a Juan Soto or any of those guys. But if we can keep the ball in the ballpark, I like them to make it 10 combined Nerfies in a row for these 2 pitchers. So give me the Nerfy in the Yankees-Astros as my first best bet. All right, we got a new promotion with FanDuel that we have to talk about. For new users only, bet $5, you get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Go put it on some easy bet, make it win, and go get those bonus bets. If you're thinking about signing up for FanDuel, now is a great time because this is a limited time offer only. And if you want to know how to do it, go down to the description below this video, click on that FanDuel link, and go sign up. Only takes a couple minutes. Put that first bet in on some huge favorite, get that win, and get the bonus bet. So, of course, you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, back to the bets. All right, this second game takes us out to Los Angeles. We got the Dodgers hosting the Miami Marlins. Dodgers moneyline minus 325. Holy smokes. Marlins moneyline plus 260. Total in this game of 8 runs. Now, I have a bet for you in this game. I'm not taking the Dodgers moneyline, but it can be a part of something. So let's talk about Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Over 17.5 outs recorded. This one is juicy. I saw it at minus 140 on BetMGM as of recording this. I know it's juicy. It may be higher by the time you see it. I don't know where it's going to go exactly, but that's how much I like this one. Let me give you a pivot before you guys start leaving comments about how high the odds are, if they went even higher. If they get even higher, you need it as a parlay piece. Here's 2 pivots for you. Add this with the Dodgers money line for a same game parlay. Get those odds down, probably plus money. Or you can just take Yamamoto to record a win. I think it's plus money right now as we're recording. That's another good option too. And to record a win, they got to pitch at least 5 innings. They got to have the lead and never give up the lead, just so you know. But let's talk about this bet. Over 17.5 outs means we need 6 innings pitched. He's facing the Marlins. Enough said. Let's move on. No? Okay, I'll talk about it a little bit. But seriously though, Marlins bottom 5 offense. We know that. They don't have Luis Arias anymore. They have seen the 5th fewest pitches in the majors this year. They also have the highest chase rate as an offense this year. That's right. They are swinging at absolutely everything. They also swing at the first pitch at the 5th highest rate. You know how great those first pitch outs are when you have an over outs recorded? Just phenomenal. They've swung at the first pitch 34.8% of the time. This is a team we faded before for outs recorded. Max Fried, and he threw a complete game against them. It was unbelievable. The most efficient game of the year, I think. Yamamoto, he struggled a little bit earlier in the season as he was trying to adjust to the major league hitters. He has now gone over the 17.5 outs recorded line in 3 straight starts. He has only given up 3 earned runs in his last 18 innings. The Marlins have not seen him. I expect him to absolutely dominate here. The Dodgers had to use 3 arms. Not going to sit here and say the bullpen's just completely exhausted, but they used 3 arms yesterday because Walker Ferris Bueller struggled a little bit, went 4 innings only. I don't think they would mind at least a 6+ inning performance by Yamamoto. A ton of pitchers have been doing this. I think we took Reynaldo Lopez against the Marlins also over outs, and he ended up pitching 7 innings, I believe, and I only needed 6. So Marlins are a great team to fade. They don't just work counts. They don't see a lot of pitches. Keeps that pitch count low. Give me Yamamoto over 17.5 outs recorded as my second best bet. And like we've talked about before, I am exhausted. I have a headache and I'm not feeling great. So I am just going to give you 2 bets right now, get some sleep. But also, not a ton of player props are out yet. So I don't want to force anything. I'm going to have at least one, more than likely at least 2, possibly 3 added plays in the morning. They'll be in the pinned comments on X and on Discord. But I don't want to leave you here. I'm going to leave you with some leans. So let's go over 3 leans that I'm looking at just to give you guys as many ideas as possible. First one, Jose Barrios over 2.5 earned runs. He hasn't done it yet this year, so it's wild. I get it, but he is due for negative regression. He doesn't miss a lot of bats. He's giving up a lot of hard hits out there with his barrel percentage and everything else. The Phillies lineup is absolutely scorching hot. If there is a regression time, this is it. He's also been a better pitcher at home, and now he's on the road in Philly. That's one lead. Second one, D-backs money line. This is just me trusting Zach Gallen more. I mean, we're getting like minus 125 for Zach Gallen against Frankie Montas. I realize both offenses haven't been great, but the Reds' offense has just looked really pathetic lately. Just absolutely pathetic. So minus 125 on the much better pitcher, starting pitcher, Montas with some control issues. I know the D-backs are one of those teams that haven't been as great as we all thought they would be to start the year, but I still like the value here at the D-backs with Gallen on the mound. Third one, that guy we talked about earlier, Reynaldo Lopez, over 15.5 outs recorded. He's over this in 4 of his 5 starts this season, and he's just been solid. We see the numbers. We've talked about him all year. He's been very, very good for the Atlanta Braves. A really big surprise. Red Sox have been decent lately hitting him, and that's what's kind of keeping me off this a little bit, and it's just a lean right now. But I think he can get some Ks like we talked about. Red Sox have struck out quite a bit. They got some guys that can K and help him get out of some jams. So I do like him over 15.5 outs recorded. I also kind of like his 5.5 Ks. But anyways, just some ideas and thoughts for Reynaldo Lopez in that matchup. So those are my 2 best bets and my leans for right now. Let's see if we can stay hot. And of course, be sure to check those pinned comments or X and Discord for added plays. So that's what we got. Let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. We got the 2 best bets right now, and we will add more tomorrow. So Nerfy, Houston, and New York Yankees, minus 106 on FanDuel. And then Yamamoto for the Dodgers, over 17.5 outs recorded at minus 140 on BetMGM. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Let's continue to stay hot. Leave your best bet in the comments below. And of course, leave that Dinger Tuesday pick, and let's see who takes it home on our 5th time doing it this season. So go check out the NBA video. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I appreciate the support that you guys have been given day in and day out for the last year and a half. I think we're only a few months away from being 2 years on the channel, which is absolutely crazy. But just want to say thank you. Have a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you soon.